Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Top 5 Wednesday. So if you did not know, Top 5 Wednesday is a Goodreads group and it was created by Ginger Beats Lady. I will link both of those things down below if you are interested in joining. Today's Top 5 Wednesday topic is Top 5 Futuristic Books, so let's do this. Number 1 is Old Man's War by John Scalzi. I read this last month and it was so freaking good. I don't know where John Scalzi has been all my life. I was very surprised that I enjoyed this book so much. If you did not know what this book is about, it is about an old man. He is 75 years old, and in the future, the army takes 75-year-olds to join the army. They have a special way of preserving them, basically, is what the main character thinks at the beginning, and you find out what really happens. It's just a really good book. Trust me on this. If you are looking to get into the adult science fiction genre, I would definitely start with Old Man's War by John Scalzi. It was pretty freaking good. Number 2 is 2 books in the same series, and that is the Pendragon series by D.J. McHale. If you did not know what the Pendragon series is about, it is about basically a group of people called travelers. The main character, his name is Bobby Pendragon. There are 10 different worlds that are all connected by these things called flumes that shoot you through time and space to the other world, and some of these worlds are very different. The one in the first book is called Dendron. It is a very primitive society. There is another one in the 5th book that is called Elong, and it is actually a world dominated by intelligent cats, basically. Big cats, like panther type cats, and humans are actually the lower species in this world. The books are very interesting, but books 2 and 3 are set on futuristic type worlds. Book number 2 is set on a world called Chloral, which is covered in water, and people live on these massive boat cities, and they have to be very technologically advanced, and they have just these amazing technologies to make living on the water super easy. They have masks where they can breathe underwater indefinitely, and they have like little jet ski type things that can travel underwater or over water. It's just very cool, technologically advanced boat cities, and the way that they grow their agriculture is in farms under the water, and the way that they have to farm underwater is also very technologically advanced. Just a super awesome, thriving world that is technologically advanced, and it's one of my favorite worlds in all of fiction. Another one that tied for number 2 spot is also in the Pendragon series, and it is a world called Velox. And this is actually very similar to the world that we live in, but it's sort of dystopian. It's not the technologically advanced city in that book is not working out as good as it worked out in Chloral, but both of those worlds are just so futuristic. One in the good way where they have thrived and succeeded, and another in the bad way where people rely too much on technology and they have failed. And both of those worlds are such a good yin and yang of each other, for lack of a better word, but I just love both of them so much. If you guys haven't read the Pendragon series, just go read it. I gotta stop talking about it. The next is the Adoration of Jenna Fox series, and basically this is about a girl named Jenna Fox, and she was in a tragic car accident a year ago, and she's woken up from a coma, and she can't remember anything from the accident or anything like that, and it is set pretty far in the future. It just sounds like it's, I don't know, maybe a couple hundred years. The thing that I love about the Adoration of Jenna Fox is it's very ahead of our time scientifically, but it's not in the forefront. It's not a science fiction novel, I would say. It's more of a mixture of contemporary and science fiction, and I really enjoyed that. There's little subtle hints where you know that it's in the future, like when she's first coming out of a coma, the second female president is being elected. And just small subtle hints like that where you know they're in the future and it's not in our world right now. A lot of the medical things that she has to deal with because of her coma is very technologically advanced that we don't have today, and I just really enjoyed that. A science fiction novel that's not just all science fiction. The next one on my list is The Glass Arrow by Kristen Simmons, and this is actually a really interesting mix of sci-fi and fantasy. There is a huge bustling metropolis, and then outside of the wall that surrounds the city is just a group, just people who live in the forest and who live a very simple lifestyle without technology. And it's very, I don't want to say caveman-esque because it's more sophisticated than that, but they don't have technology or ways to cook their food or anything. They very much live on the land, and it's pretty interesting. But the futuristic city that's inside the wall has really some really interesting stuff. They have video games that take up a whole entire room and literally like changes the walls of the room to look like the video game that you're in. So, for example, one of the characters is playing a hunting game, and they're surrounded all by trees in the room inside. It's just very, very interesting. The surveillance technology that they have um, is very advanced. It was just extremely interesting to see a science fiction and fantasy novel incorporate together like that and be in the same world in the same book. It was just super, super interesting. And last but not least, my favorite probably on this list is Saga, the graphic novel. I wish that I had something to show you right here, but I actually just turned this into the library like the other day, like 2 days ago. And but it's definitely very futuristic. There's spaceships and all that good stuff, and they go to so many different planets. It's just like I think it's in a completely different universe than ours. It's just so super interesting. The aliens and I don't know. I don't have any words to explain it. You just need to go read Saga the graphic novel. Heads up, it is very graphic in the beginning, sexually graphic. So be careful if you don't want to read anything like that. But it's just such a good novel or a good graphic novel. I loved it so much, and it is definitely futuristic. At least it feels like it. I mean, it could be in a different universe than we are in now, and they're just more scientifically advanced and they're not necessarily in the future. But hey, that's another topic for another day. I loved all of these so much. If you did a top 5 Wednesday, comment down in the comment section, let me know so I can watch it. If you enjoyed this, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!